if God has greatness for you, and he does, you're going to have to go through the transition process. Samuel anoints David as the future king of Israel. And that happens while he was still a shepherd boy and while Saul still sat with the crown on his head. David has victory over Goliath, and then he begins his rise to prominence in Saul's court. David's anointed as king over Israel, and he captures Jerusalem. So he's trained in military. He's a military man. He's trained, and he establishes the capital city there. God's promise to David of an everlasting dynasty, and establishes this Davidic covenant. And then we see this beautiful, smooth transition. David finally charges Solomon before his death, and he instructs him to walk in obedience with God. Everyone has to go through transition. A transition, just to reiterate, is the process or a period of time that it takes to change from one state or one condition to another. And, you have to be in this transitional stage. Why? Do the same, get the same. Do different, get different. And this is what transition is all about. Transition requires change. You cannot remain the same and operate in a superior realm of power, a superior realm of authority, a superior realm of success and progress. You cannot do it. It's like, you read about individuals that win the lottery. So they become multimillionaires overnight. There's no transitional period. Therefore, there's no capacity building. And 3 years later, they're back into poverty, or they're back where they were. Why? Because they didn't go through transition before they got their wealth. Therefore, they were just moved instantly into the realm of wealth that they had no capacity to sustain or maintain. So this is what you want to understand. Whenever you're going through transition, God is building capacity, not in where you are or where you come from, but where you're going to go. This is why the children of Israel, in God's calculation, it would only take 14 days, just 14 days, a fortnight. But it took them 40 years. Why? Because they resisted and they resented the capacity building process called transition. They resisted it. They grumbled. They complained. They blamed leadership. And to me, that's the most evil thing that a person can do. And that is to blame someone else for their condition. When if they only took responsibility for having the mindset, they would have been able to develop the master's mind, the mind of Christ, the mind of God. God is going to transition you. He's going to transition you. And hear the word of the Lord. You're going to go from bankruptcy to brilliance.